Right, welcome to video 2. Well, I just fasten this around my bloody self again and try and get that right. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, actually I had an email yesterday from, you know, that DVD tutorial place, Linda, wanted me to do Mudbox DVD. Don't know whether I'll accept. It's not as simple as saying yes, I'll do it, because I'd love to do, you know, as many as I can, you know, especially if I'm getting fucking paid huge amounts of dosh for it. But I'm also, you know, I've got the stuff to do for Filter Foundry as well that I've done. They want me to do more stuff, and while that's not DVDs, it could work well. I've also got to bear in mind the contracts, so I'll have to have a word with those guys, see if they don't mind. Then it might be a good idea, because to be honest, it takes the shit right off my back for the whole production side. It's like, record it, put it out, it's up to them. Also, 3D Palace have just bought out a company. They've had an acquisition. It's like, oh, this, isn't it? They've acquired a company that handles, or that has their own technology for, it's effectively, it's like a DRM, but it's not DRM. Basically encodes your details onto every DVD and video you buy. Alright. Now this means that if you share it on a pirate forum, without going through every single fucking frame and editing it all out, and this doesn't get rid of the digital signature, you're giving your details to the whole world. Now at this point, a lot of you will be up in arms, oh, for fuck's sake. Well, look, put it this way, right? I've had DVDs in mind that if you're counting on pirate sites, you've got downloads in the hundreds of thousands. I'm not the only one. It happens right across the industry. Christ, the normal ones have had millions, some of them, right? And the majority of those people will not buy the disc. Simple as that. They won't buy it. Now, that's great, right? If you're on the other side and you get lots of free knowledge for now. But the thing is, people like me, us fucking monkeys, have got to make it. And it's a lot of work. And we're not going to do it for nothing. Because I'm not going to sit and starve and be only able to pay the bills just to give you a career. Sorry that sounds harsh, but that's the way it fucking is. So yeah. The idea is, I've got the option to put it on my disc. I haven't decided yet. But put it this way, if I'm getting pissed off too much by, you know, people's behaviour, then I certainly fucking will. Because it's got to the point where it's fucking ridiculous, you know. I've had discs, I see that I've had hundreds of thousands of downloads. When they're on the download sites, they've had nothing but positive comments, you know, and the actual sales have been pretty shit, you know, and to be quite blunt. To be half. But, so it leaves me with no choice, you know, to be quite honest, it leaves me with no fucking choice whatsoever. Unless people are start being a little bit nicer on the sales front and stop fucking pirating things like a bunch of thieves. So, you know the best thing? Chris is going to offer this same technology to all the other companies. Now, I said last year, the famous rant outside of end user event, I think was it on the first night, well, second night, but the first night for everybody else, that if people kept on with the piracy, one of two things would happen. We'd either all have to clamp down and make it as impossible or as difficult as possible to pirate our discs. I'm talking about from company level here, not just from people making DVDs level. Or DVDs would die. And then, you see, DVDs are like quality control, and companies will not ask you to make one unless you know what you're talking about, right? And all the information has got to be checked where possible. So you don't just somebody who's been learning 6 weeks suddenly deciding they're going to do a DVD on Messiah and then putting a load of stuff in that's crap, right? There's loads of tutorials online that are incorrect. Some of them incorrect because there's been version changes as well. You know, that's why I've just went through a lot of my old videos and removed a lot of old stuff. And some of the tutorials will go missing because they're technically incorrect now, because there's newer versions, 1 or 2 versions later. Especially some of the ZBrush stuff. It's not because I'm being a bastard, but I don't want people to go in who are learning ZBrush, come across one of my old videos, and then learn the wrong way when there's a better way of doing it, right, for that application. Same with the Mudbox ones. If there's something that's not, you know, current, it will be got rid of. I've been asked by Filter Foundry to do a new series of quick starts as well, by the way. Still thinking about that, not sure, depends on a lot. I may actually simply remake the ones that are existing, because I don't want to give away all my tips and tricks, you know. I want to keep some things to me. But that was some nice ones. But we'll see. Now, yeah, I've just spent a fortune the last week, right? In fact, the money that I got from the TV stuff is now gone, right? It does not exist anymore. Spent it on a nice anamorphic lens. Got a ProScar 16mm 2x anamorphic. I also got the front and back clamps, because you've got to clamp them onto a 50mm lens or more, right? And they're special, and this one's made by a person who works for one of the Formula 1 teams in this country. Excellent, really well made. And because I bought a load of stuff in a single day off him, right, more than you're technically supposed to be allowed, he's making me a special one. It's a bit lighter for when I'm travelling as well. So, and you need the front one because you've got to use something called a diopter. Now see, if I want to get close to this, I can, you know, I can move the camera about there and you should have some sort of focus unless I'm up here, right? Now, with an anamorphic, I have to stand sort of behind this fence, right? As the closer I beat the camera. I'm going at a shot all the time. But use a diopter. It sort of acts like it, how can you put it? It basically means you can go closer to the lens, right? Without, you can still remain in focus as well. Or you've got to manual focus everything, you know what I mean? None of this auto focus shite. I don't use auto anything when it comes to cameras. Auto anything is bad. And to be honest, it makes you lazy. I focus automatically. I don't even use the autofocus, you know, thing on the Canon. I don't need it. There's an easy way of doing it, and even if you're slightly out, it gives the sort of film more organic look, I think, than if everything's bang on razor fucking sharp all the time. But yeah, that's one thing I've spent a lot of money on that. The wife was okay with it, but I think when she sees the next bank statement, she's going to go fucking mental. So, but hopefully by then, a couple of clients that still have to pay will have paid, which would be nice. And everything in the garden will be lovely jubbly. So, but yeah, so I've got a bit of time sort of off now, but see, I need a bit of time off to do at least the start of this stuff for EUE. Now, yeah, I know it's not till the end of June, but if I get, which I probably will, you know, freelance work in that's going to take a long time, or most of my days, then I won't have enough time to do it. And I don't do these things unless I can do a good job, you know, while I'm there. Otherwise, it defeats all fucking purpose. You know, something like that. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to EUE this year. It's my holiday, sort of the hub of my entire year. But yeah, so it's going to be a good year. If you're wondering why the bead, right? Now watch. If I can find the fucking macro button on here. Where is the macro button? Right. Watch. I'm going to go to macro mode. Right. I'll suddenly go really blurry. Right. Look. You see all those fucking grey hairs there, right? Look at all the grey. Not cool and groovy. Was not happy with that, but I want to see exactly how much white hair I have now. You know, with a combination of too many hours. I've been working for well over 10, 12 years now, 18-hour days. You know, apart from birthdays and Christmas Day and stuff like that. I'm always working till the early hours, you know. And that takes a toll, as does 30 or 40 strong coffees a day. I've got to cut down to about 20 now, to be honest. Got to cut down a bit. And then being a dad doesn't help either. But yes, what time have we got? Oh, 9 minutes. So I'll put this round here the last minute. This is great, this is. I fucking love this. I really look like a complete dick, you know. I'm going to put my bottle in the other hand. You actually hide up them before, so I can go wee like that. Always want to do this shit. She's whoa, fucking dizzy. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff I'm trying to get done outside of the 3D things at the moment. To be honest, I've still got to break that new dash/design up into something that's a bit easier to manage, because at the moment it's just a load of sort of PSDs hacked to bits which makes it a pain in the arse. See, some updates are easy, right? Others aren't. So what I'm going to do is hack it up and create a different way of putting it together, you know, stuff like that. But we'll see, you know. But, so I was supposed to be going out filming yesterday and this morning, but I decided it's best to wait till this anamorphic lens and the diopters arrive, because I want this stuff to look really nice. We'll be using available light only, which isn't as trendy as it used to be, but I believe, you know, you don't always have to stick a rack of fucking redhead lights, you know, and sort of, you know, and soft boxes everywhere, reflectors. I'll use the occasional reflector. That's basically only if it's like a facial shot or something like that. Normally I'll use available light. Also, I've been trying to save an old shot, reuse it, because when I filmed it, it was when I did the Newcastle stuff, and I'm trying to not have to film that shot again. And I did a rough grade and sky replacement, but the trouble is the sky, it's not 100%, because it's maybe about 90%, because the sun's in the wrong place on the sky I put in for the shadows, right, that are on the actual plate itself. But I'm going to redo that one easy enough. But what I do need to do is start taking some nice sky shots. I actually found a fantastic place for a time lapse, a sunrise time lapse, and a sunset one. But the sunrise one means I'm going to have to get up the early hours of the morning and go in the middle of nowhere, and it's always fabulous every morning. So there you go. And that will be my phone. I'm hoping this is the wife that says there's a big giant package for you. Let's see if it is. Yay! I have a package on top of the television waiting for me. Fucking excellent. Right, that'll either be the lenses or the diopters. I'll see you all in the next video in a few seconds. Well, at least a few seconds on me anyway.